So I'm praying for longevity, asking God to teach me longevity. And Moses was 120 years old, and he had the same strength as when he was 18. The Bible says his natural force was not abated at 120. So I know it's possible. One of the secrets is following the types and shadows of the universe, which is based on the Bible. He didn't enter into the promised land because he destroyed a type and shadow. And so that's important if you really think about what's going on here. The type and shadow was Jesus was smitten once. But he smote the rock twice because he got angry, right? And what was the weakness? What was all the men of old in the Bible? What was their number one weakness? What was their biggest weakness? They depended on their own strength instead of depending on God. All of them, whether it was David, Abraham, Moses, Noah, Noah got drunk. In a way, you can't blame him. The whole world was killed. Imagine you're the only one left, and the whole world was destroyed. All those people died. Yeah, they were evil, but still, he probably knew some of them people, in a close way. They probably called him crazy, but he probably was still friends with some of them. And so he destroyed the type and shadow of Jesus smitten once on the cross. Jesus paid it all once, and it's finished. It's finished, right? And he got mad at the people in his own energy, the energy of the flesh. And so we know one way of longevity is to follow the types and shadows. And what I've been studying for the last 3 months is longevity in regards to all your organs, And maybe I'll make a list of stuff that I've tried the last 3 months and the results that I've gotten. And to be honest with you, one of your biggest problems is sugar. When I cut back sugar, it's like I went back 20 years. It was like I felt 10 years younger. Now it's 20 years younger. I can walk up a four flights of stairs, and it ain't nothing. Working around people a lot younger than me, they don't have the strength. It's sugar. Sugar's making you weak. And something else I found out is liver pudding or liver. Yes, vitamins are fine, but a lot of it, if you eat the right food, it's instantaneous. A vitamin might take time to get in your system. But anyway, long story short, I'm not a medical person, but I'm studying it. I know the types and shadows are one way to enter into longevity, and that applies across the board. Now you think about this. You got night and day. There's your flesh versus spirit. You got walking in the spirit, which is the letter CE and the color orange. So if walking in the spirit is the color orange, and you know it is because an orange is called by orange is the only fruit that's called by its name. So the color orange and the number 5 is the fruit of the Spirit. So if you're walking in the fruit of the Spirit, you're going to live longer. Yeah, I don't know if it's a live longer, because I think the Bible says it's appointed unto man once to die, and after that the judgment. I think there's a day for everybody to die. But I'm talking about longevity, being strong the whole time. being strong until that day that you are called out of here. This is just a temporary. This is just a temporary dwelling. This is a temporary situation. And if it's temporary, it has to be a simulation. Anything that's temporary is just a simulation. Whatever's permanent is real. And this earth is going to be burned up and renovated. If it can be burned up, it's a simulation. The stars are going to fall. There's going to be no need for the sun, because Jesus is going to be the light of the whole world. And instead of the sun, getting brighter and darker, it's just going to be a glow. There's just going to be a glow across the new heaven and new earth. Long story short, I know it's possible because Moses was 120 years old and his natural force was not abated. He was just as strong as when he was 18 at 120. That's Bible. And what did we see? He walked by faith. He believed God. He followed the types and shadows for the most part. He was a service. As long as you're serving, you're going to be healthy because you're not thinking about yourself all the time. Love your neighbor as yourself. Yeah, you got to manage yourself at times, but if you're serving, you're not always thinking about yourself. So, longevity until the day appointed. It is appointed unto man once to die, and after that the judgment. Longevity, following the types and shadows, walking in the Spirit, keeping short accounts, staying away from Babylon. Do not be yoked up with the unsaved. Fellowship, watch what you say. Watch what you think on. Stay in peace. And so I'm just waiting for more information here. And I really believe cutting back sugar. I know cutting back sugar makes you stronger. And now I'm experimenting with liver pudding, liver, and chicken liver. It sounds funny. Chicken, don't be. I think people say they're just a chicken liver. I don't know. But then beef liver and certain kind of fruits like pear will fight cancer. Pears. The skins on go ahead and eat the skins on those fruits. And so this week I'm working on concoction of liver. Next week I'm gonna try to buy me a blender and start making my own smoothies. With the food peeling, with the peels from the fruits. What am I saying? It's mainly spiritual, but you have to use some wisdom down here. Keep a balance. It goes back to balance. I know that for a fact. And fasting is another one. Fasting is huge. I'm pretty sure that fasting is one of the secrets, but you got to have the vitamins to sustain you while you're fasting, So I'm pretty sure, all your vitamins, vitamin A, B, C, D, E, K, try to get your amino acids. I know there's certain foods you just know is good for you. MCT oil, salmon, liver, protein powder, no sugar or not sugar, as little sugar as possible. If you get sugar, eat it through a fruit. Drink more water, sleep more, rest, stay in peace. We know some of these things are true. When something happens, focus on it. Pray about it. Let's say you hurt your knee or something. If there's somebody, let me just say this while I'm thinking about it. Maybe I was wondering why I was doing this. If there's somebody out there that has knee pain or muscle pain or their joints ache, let me tell you how to solve it. And I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just telling you how I know from studying these medical people and actually doing the experiments myself. Cut back sugar. When you cut back sugar, you're not even hungry anymore, and all your pains go away. All of them. Some pain you think, well, that's sciatica. Most of the time it's not. It's too much sugar. I promise you. They've been lying to us. They've been poisoning us our whole life. These doctors know. You know the doctors eat liver. You know they do. They put a McDonald's on every corner for a reason. What they could do is food that's bad for you, they could charge more for it. Food that's good for you, they could give government subsidies. But the government, if you really wanted to make people better, instead of food stamps going to McDonald's or something, give those people supplemental, give them a chance to buy good food at a discount. And that applies for everybody, not just for it. Take the corporations, the grocery stores, and say, look, if you discount the good food, you can do a tax write-off. Something like that. There's got to be a way to do it. But see, they want you eating poison. They want you to be uneducated. They want to make you sick and dependent on the medical system. It's so obvious, and everybody knows it. It's so obvious, and everybody knows it. Even the nurses know it. I've talked to 4 or 5 nurses. They know it. They know it. They know the medical system's corrupt. I've talked to teachers. They know the education system's corrupt. We all know the political system's corrupt. So, I'm telling you, if you just do opposite of what like the food pyramid, turn it upside down. Cut your carbs back. Carbs there's 4 kinds of food. Protein, carbs, and fat. They told us, oh, fat will make you fat. No, you cut back carbs and your body starts to burn the fat. They've lied about everything. You're in an upside down world, and if you want longevity and strength, you're going to have to cut back carbs. You're going to have to get some olive oil and some coconut oil and cut off all them other oils and get some MCT oil and some protein, and get you about 60 to 80 grams of protein a day. The women 60, the men 80. If you weigh a lot, you might need 100 grams protein. But my point is, you've got to quit believing the lies and become and educate yourself, because these people have lied. You've been lied to your whole life. And when you wake up to it, it makes you mad at first. Don't be bitter, don't be mad. Just the way you get revenge is to help people escape it. If you have a mindset of wanting revenge, get rid of that. Vengeance belongs to God. But what you can do is start educating people that you know, and start helping people. Somebody says, well, my feet are hurting, or my knees are hurting, or whatever. Make them cut back sugar, or not make them, but tell them, stress to them how important that when you cut back sugar, all your pain went away. I promise you, all your pain goes away when you cut back sugar. It's wild.